How's it going, Laser Bruises up? I'm Sixkilla and welcome back to the Vigilant Villa. I think we're pretty close. We already know who the killer is. We know John was the killer of Amy. We still don't know who the killer of Jackie was. Well, yeah. And Claire is Amy's sister, and it was a whole plan to make money. Anyway, let's see what this recollection has. After that, I was living like a zombie. Hatred was the only thing supporting me. I yearned for revenge. This is the third complaint within this month. The customers are here to spend money, not see your long face. Do you know how to smile? I can't smile now. It's totally up to you, but if you don't meet with the required sales by the end of the month, please see yourself out immediately. Are you kidding me? This is the very last day of the month, and there's an hour left before the end of work. I still have 30,000 yuan of sales to make. I'm not kidding, I mean it. A girl with long wavy hair and pink sunglasses came in. She leaned forward to see my name tag. Claire, please get me the limited edition designer leather bag for spring. What are you waiting for? Go and get it. She tried on so many bags from the latest edition and finally picked one. I'll take this one. Here's my card. That'll be 36,788 yuan in total. She didn't pay attention to the store manager, but gave me a sweet smile. I like your service. I look for you next time as well. She left the store with a new bag. You're lucky. Work is over. You can go home now. Get yourself together soon. Don't you know, if you're working in the fancy fashion place, you don't have to smile. In fact, frowny faces are expected. After work, it's trendy to be angry and frowny. After work, I saw that girl sitting by the entrance. Are you waiting for me? Yeah, you caught me. Thank you for helping me just now. What do you want me to do? She stopped smiling and took off her sunglasses to look at me carefully. I recognized you the first time I saw you. Look at me. It's me, your little sister. Her appearance changed a lot, but her eyes didn't. She was my sister, the only person I remember clearly in my blurred memory. It was funny that the first thing I did after we met was to ask her name. I didn't expect to see you again. What's your name? Amy, they call me Amy. Amy, what a sweet name. Amy hugged me. I thought I wouldn't be able to see you again. I've been searching for you all these years. Are you a salesperson? How's your new family? Have you been well these years? She looked thrilled and asked me tons of questions. Compared with her excitement, I felt almost nothing at all. There she was right in front of me, who shared a blood relationship with me. However, all I could think of was that unborn baby. I'm fine, what about you? Me, I'm doing very well. I'm a sort of small-time celebrity. I sometimes endorse brands and do advertisements. Beep. A bus passing by had an advertisement of Diet Tea printed on its side. She happened to be the one behind an unknown celebrity in the advertisement, and her face on it was distorted due to the bad printing. It was an awkward moment. Her smile froze. Yeah, that was from 2 years ago. You know, it's not so easy to be as an actress. Never mind. In fact, I'm still playing insignificant roles. But you just bought that bag with your card. That was just my credit card. I'll take my time to pay it off. I couldn't just let you get bullied. I've tried so hard to find you. Money's nothing. I'll make money eventually. Like, I just did plastic surgery on my nose. Does it look nice? I'll go to auditions in a couple of days. I'm sure my talent will be appreciated. Hey, what's wrong? Why'd you stop? I just came up with a frightening idea. Maybe she can kill him for me. We can make use of our secret relationship. Maybe we'd both be able to get away with it, but her fate would be changed forever. I lied, I'm not fine at all. Do you want to hear my story? Click. With the last turn of the Rubik's Cube, each surface shows a colour in unison. I'm lying on the bed, staring at the ceiling with an arm bent under my head as a pillow. It's quiet outside. Nobody wants to lock Claire up. Both because she doesn't impose much threat, and nobody can spare any time and energy to keep an eye on her. Claire and Amy are sisters, and Amy's been hired by the owner of the villa to look after the place, with an attempting salary. No, it's more like the owner of the villa lured her here with the... attempting is such a weird word there. Appealing? Let's go with appealing. With the appealing salary and other perks, everything has been set up. The dog ran off into the woods after it smelled something peculiar. The truck sank into the mud. It's not out of bad luck these people were stuck in the villa. There are some connections or similarities between them. Uh-oh. Am I connecting people? Well, Amy and Claire are connected, we know that. Wait, how do we connect stuff? Oh, shit. Yeah, I know that. I was just clicking around. Amy, so-called owner of the villa, an imposter. Claire has admitted today that they're sisters. Okay. John and Claire, John, a collector. He claims to be on vacation with his wife Claire, but in fact they're lovers. Then we got Emily and George. George, a wealthy businessman, husband of Emily. George and Jackie. Jackie, a notorious lawyer who's defended George years ago on a case about illegal experiments. Both he and George live in Marriott Villa. Oh, yeah. True. Forgot about that. Leo and Jackie. Leo, an arch enemy of Jackie. His foster parents died due to a demolition case where Jackie cheated them. Isaac and Amy. Oh, Amy has no more. Oh, John, is John connected to... No. Who's Daisy connected to? Come on. He once claimed to have heard of Jackie, but knows nothing about him. That's not really a connection. You know, we could all say that. So I'm going to go with Isaac and us. Isaac, a mysterious truck driver. We know that he is 27, same age as me. Jesus, I would never have guessed that that was the connection. Ingram and Daisy, because she reads our book. Daisy, a college student in love with detective novels, who happens to be a fan of mine. A 28-year-old loafer, same age as Emily. Claire and Isaac? Claire's 27 years old as well. Oh my god. This person has prepared many clues for me. What's the hidden message? Photo that was taken on the street. I look like a taxi driver. Photo I was taken in the restaurant. I look like a waiter. Photo of a criminal. It's Ingram Fan who looks indifferent and scornful. In every single one we look evil as balls. The photos are taken from less visible positions. And they've been ready for a long time. The corresponding books on the bookshelves are B09, B03 and J08. There are more. If each room has a book, there are still 5 books left. If I find the message in those 5 books, maybe I'll get closer to the truth? The light has been turned off in the lounge. It's stuffy, humid and quiet. Looking at the room in the end, I slow down, try not to make any sound. Room 105, Jackie's room. I crouch down and start to pick the lock carefully. Click, click. I'm leaning forward to listen to the sound. A hand lies on my shoulder silently. Hey, what are you doing? I turned off the voice acting. Chapter 7, Trap of Truth. I turned off the voice acting because I didn't like having to talk over them because it felt rude. Like I was interrupting them. I'm just going to change their settings again. Looks like the sound has changed its... I don't know. Okay, never mind. Time is mixed with the sultry air and becomes suffocating. The villa is hushed. The hand on my shoulder weighs like 1,000 kilos. Sweat keeps standing out on my forehead. I breathe heavily and my heart beats rapidly. And should I explain this to not get into trouble? Where did the person come behind me? Damn, I was so concentrated on the lock I didn't notice someone behind me at all. In the brief and long seconds... Brief and long? The person behind me also stays quiet. I turn my head around slowly. It's Daisy. Oh god, it's her. The idea pops into my head. Are you going in? I can see doubts in her eyes, but she lowers her voice cooperatively. I need to go inside and find a book. What book? It may have important information that could solve the puzzle. The numbers game has appeared in Amy's, John's, and my room. I suspect that each room has a copy of that book. I can't sit and wait for opportunities anymore. I don't have much time. I look up at the shut door. This can't be stalled any longer. I'll be stuck in passivity if someone comes out. Shh. I gesture to her to be silent and go on picking the lock. The lock opens. The room is dim. The huge temperature difference between the outside and inside of the room makes me shiver. The cold air is tinged with a putrid stench and some kind of dull, indelible breath of death. I distinguish the layout of the room to find where the book is. Bang. Even though the sound behind is low, it's still abrupt in the utter silent room. Daisy closes the door. She holds her arms around her while carefully walking toward me. I'll be with you. That way I can testify for you if anything happens. I nod, then bypass the cold body on the ground and glance through the rows of items. Found it. Are we doing this one again? The AABAA whatever? I knew it. Each room has a book and there are puzzles in it. Daisy. She turns her back to me and then looks extremely stiff. She's staring at the mirror. Looks like something inside the mirror has caught her attention completely. Even my approach has failed to induce her reaction. I follow her sight and look at the mirror. What I can see is only 2 clumps of shadows. I find nothing abnormal, but her eyes are wide open with fear. Pat her? What's wrong? She trembles, looking like she's startled by me. Her dazed eyes gradually go back to normal. In the mirror I saw... She shakes her head, shrinks her neck, and then holds herself again. I was dazzled. Let's go, this place makes me uneasy. Daisy strides toward the door as if she's escaping. On the ground, Jackie's cold body is completely covered with cloth. It's become a lifeless object, just like the desk, chair, and dust in the air. I glance at the mirror before leaving, wondering what she just saw in there. The door is shut, and the lifelessness is blocked. My body is surrounded by the lobby's sultry air again. Everything goes well. Normally the person who appears in the 3-murder villa should be the most suspicious one. I smile wryly. Is this what you've risked looking for? She points at the cipher note in my hand. This is the information the person left. So what does it mean? I'll know it when I find all the ciphers. Daisy looks like she came here by accident, only she has nothing in common with other people. However, would that person allow accidents in his plan? In my heart... let's believe her for now. There's a question that can be confirmed with Daisy now. Daisy's family? How's your relationship with your family, Daisy? Pretty good, why do you suddenly ask us? That person must have some reason for gathering us here. Maybe the reasons are on us, such as the identity as an orphan. I'm not an orphan. Yeah, it could be something else. I need you to do me a favour. Go to Emily's room and borrow this book. Tell her I need it. Tell her I want to borrow it. Oh, I'll do it now. Do me another favour. Ask her one more question. Does she know Leo? Ask her if she knows Leo. Daisy nods and goes to the 2nd floor carefully, as I said. The further room 106 and the closer room 107 are the rooms of Isaac and Leo respectively. After a long time the door is opened. Leo stands at the door sleepily. It's you? What do you want? I need to borrow a book. It's called The Numbers Game. Come on, a book in the middle of the night? What's your problem? Wait here. He turns irritably and starts searching for the book. The lights in the room are off and the sheet is wrinkled. He was indeed sleeping just now. He searches for the bookshelf for a while before picking up a book. Hey, here. Anything else? No. Bang! The door is shut immediately. Another one. I bend my head and leaf through the book anxiously. The Liu Zhong room puzzle. Okay. My heart beats faster. The excitement spreads to the corners of my mouth. Great. I'll find something new if I find all the ciphers. When I lift my head again, the door to room 106 has somehow been opened. Isaac leans against the door and measures me with his eyes. He waves at me and then turns to go into the room. In the room, the lights are on, the bed is neat and the chair is pulled out. He draws a piece of paper from a book lying on the desk. It's the cipher note I've been looking for. Here, I assume you're looking for this. That's Fitnif again. Didn't we see this one already? Can you please explain what it is? Everyone's room has this book and each book has this note. I suspect they are clues. He frowns slightly. He looks like he's thinking about my speculation. No offense, but your parents... gone, but I'm not an orphan. Indeed, those people's identities can be hardly considered a coincidence. But they are the minority, while the others are the majority. The minority means danger. You can't be sure for now if it's a common feature only shared by the minority. Be careful with trouble when you walk around the villa so late. Isaac shuts the door. The light disappears and everything goes black in the darkness. Daisy creeps down from the 2nd floor. Holmes, this is the book from Emily's room. I draw 2 pieces of paper in the book. Emily said she'd never met Leo before. 1, 2, 3, 7. I've got 7 cipher notes. There's still 1 note missing. Do you have this book in your room, Daisy? Right, I forgot about myself. There are only a few magazines in my room and no sign of that book. Odd, why doesn't my room have it? The book isn't anywhere in the room. She's even looked through all the magazines, but she found nothing. Forget it. As for the reason why she can't find it, the murderer didn't prepare it. Maybe it's because Daisy's arrival is a complete accident. Do you want to crack the cipher now, Holmes? Should we call the others? Wait. I stopped Daisy in a hurry. There are some photos of me in every clue that each cipher leads to. If they see the photos now, things will only get more complicated. Tell a lie. If the murderer is among us, and there is more than one murderer, if we tell them now, it'll only make it more dangerous for us. Daisy's scared by my words. She nods. I believe you. I lay the cipher notes on the ground. Bacon cipher. There we go. Alright, it's J03. Caesar's cipher has appeared before. The answer is... Okay, obviously it's F third. It had to be, I should have known that anyway, just by the answers. From the layout, it must be a rail fence cipher. Ninth, F ninth. Bacon cipher again? F06. What else you got? A bit odd. About cipher type? It repeated cipher types, but it's not the type that matters. Instead, it's who they that share the same cipher that matters. That person wouldn't make it random. A bit odd about the cipher's connection. All 7 answers are B03, B09, F03, F06, F09, J02, J08. I can't see the connection. Maybe I should find it from the bookshelf. This time, what will I find? More pictures of us being evil? I stand before the bookshelf again, not like the excitement I had the first time I saw it. I look at the numerous books on the high bookshelf. How many secrets do they hide? F03, Faust. A card with the content, darkness breeds light, but light turns away from darkness and curses darkness. Falling Z. Photo of Ingram in a school uniform. Is this you? I got it, that person put your photos in the books to frame you as the owner of this villa. It'd be terrible if the others see this. It's not that simple because the person in the photo would never like me. There's another senior school in the city, not the one I attended. But I can't deny it because he looks exactly like me. F06, the complete Sherlock Holmes. A card with the content, we pursue, we want to grasp, but in the end, what is left in our hands? A phantom or worse than the phantom pain? Falling Z. Oh my god, it's a kindergarten version of us. But my head hurts. The clothes, I remember. But I don't remember this photo at all. F09, CT ship. The silence of space makes people feel suffocated and depressed. Brick tries hard to concentrate on the computer keyboard. In fact, just to make a little noise. Luo Z. There's 2 of us. One of them's us, isn't it? And one of them's not us. The content is the photo is Ingram and a other young man who seems to be friends. I have no memory of this person. J03, the Thornbirds. The Thornbird keeps searching for the only goal of this life, a satisfactory thorn tree, digging its body into the longest and sharpest thorn, and at the moment before death, sing the world. Sing the world's best beautiful singing. Zetsuo. A photo of Ingram and his parents, who have no smile. Look, our dad looks exactly like us. Maybe our dad owns the villa. My parents and I? But they're dead, aren't they? My hand holds the photo, that holds the photo becomes stiff. My heart seems to be clutched tight, making it hard to breathe. What is horrible is not the authenticity of these photos, but the fact that they keep challenging my deepest fears. I'm getting more and more confused about who I am. Of course the photos are related to us. Am I Ingram Fang? The name is just a name. Fragmentary memory loss. Who was I in those lost memories? What have I done? I'm still me, but it makes me feel scared and unfamiliar. A warm hand holds my hand. It's okay, that person won't succeed. I believe you have nothing to do with it. But are the answers only meant to elicit these seemingly meaningful words in a few photos? Those answers can't be that simple. There must be other answers. B03 to B09, F03 to F06, F09, J03, J08. My fingers swept through these books. I try to find their connection. I don't know what we're doing. Oh, you just have to click them in the right order to turn on the light. I see. Okay. Doesn't seem that complicated. I just clicked randomly pretty much. Click. An inconspicuous sound. It's the sound of a lock opening. Daisy also notices the anomaly and looks up at me with surprise. Try to push it. The bookshelf makes a dull sound when rubbing against the ground. A deeper and darker space shows itself behind the bookshelf. It seems to be a secret chamber. Give it another hard push. Oh no, the door seems to be stuck. I'll check it out. Daisy carefully stoops down into the narrow crack and peers in. The cold air wells up from the darkness, spreads through the crack and infiltrates into the pores. Wait! I pull Daisy back hastily, but it's too late. A scream pierces through the dark night. There's a body in there? An unfamiliar face with a twisted body crawling on the ground in pain. The back of my head becomes swollen and painful. The dead face keeps zooming in before my eyes until there are only a pair of vacant, dark eyes left. It's like they're imprinted in my mind and everything else becomes blurry. I hear the door opening and people running. The villa has revived from the dead silence in advance. The lights in the lounge are turned on. Everyone inhales a deep breath when everything becomes clear. Who the hell is this? Daisy is utterly terrified. She shrinks back to the side and shakes her head desperately. I don't know. I don't know who he is. How did you find here? George's words are full of suspicion. Each room has the same book. Fum suspected that they were connected. So we came to the bookshelf and tried it, but who knows? Somehow we really opened the secret chamber. Why'd you act alone? George's tone becomes irritable. He can't tell if Daisy's lying. Daisy did borrow the book just now. Maybe he'd regret that he didn't pay much attention to it, but it doesn't help. It's just a guess. No one knew this would happen. It should have nothing to do with them. The cadaveric rigidity has been all over the body. The person's been dead for at least 6 hours. Another dead body. It's even worse this time. We don't even know who the hell he is. And if there's a secret chamber behind the bookshelf, how many secret chambers are there in this villa? We'll find out who it is after checking. I squeeze into the tiny space. A body and me make it hard to turn around. It's hard to imagine a living person hiding here all day. It doesn't look so bad. It's not so bad. This one. Lots of little biddies around. Like it. Rope. A large roll of hemp rope on the ground. It's the same as the hemp rope appeared at the scene of a Jackie's murder. Is this a saw? Craniotomy saw. Meet the tool for cutting Jiang Wei's body. Agatha Christie. No survival. So is this the murderer? There are 3 files. The content of the file is blacked out. File 1, symbol heart, client X, target Z. Connect a line to Y and connect a dotted line to A. File 2, symbol money, client J, target H. Connect a line to T. File 3, symbol money, client N, target L. File 4, symbol triangle, client C. The target is torn and crossed. Food? You've been living here. A box of cans scattered around. Pickaxe? There are 6 boxes of cans and a set of climbing tools in the backpack. A mobile phone was put in the bag and the mobile phone was covered in mud. There's some food here. It needs a password to unlock the mobile phone. The birthday and job number are wrong. The mobile phone has locked itself automatically. Uncle Zhang's mouth. Oh, that's Uncle Zhong. The mouth is full of unchewed food. That means he was eating when he was murdered? Cups are worn and stained. Something seems to be stuck under the body. I touch the unfamiliar body. It's very cold. A piece of sugar paper. The same as the sugar paper in the Amy box. I look at this person's face again from this angle. He seems a little familiar. F09, CT ship. I have no memory. Oh my god, that's him? Do I know him? A wallet and spare keys? Spare key for villa rooms with room numbers posted on it. He stole the spare keys. Pop-up wallet 1, ID card. Zhong Ji Liang, age 27, 2. Diagnosis of medical records. Esophageal cancer. Mild schizophrenia. Self-recognition ability is reduced. Delusions occur. It's recommended to be admitted to hospital for treatment. Business card. President of Rainbow Bridge Detective Agency. Business content. Investigation of demarcation within marriage. Tracking debtors. Tracking shooting. Star follow-up shooting, etc. Care worker certificate. A worn-out care work certificate. He used to work as a care worker in a medical institution. There's an ID card in the wallet. Liam Zhong, age 27. Yeah, I read all that. I don't know. It was gonna read it for me. Rainbow Bridge Detective Agency. He was a private detective. Rainbow Bridge. That name sounds familiar. I think I've heard of it somewhere. Oh, I stayed in a charity house named Rainbow Bridge when I was little. Claire suddenly lifts her head and stares at Leo with a sarcastic smile in the corner of her mouth. So many coincidences, huh? Yes. We read that. Yes. Yes, we read that too. What is this? Ice? The temperature inside the chamber is similar to the outside at the moment, but the walls are unusually cold. Can you confirm the cause of death? Looks like he choked to death, but I can't make a more detailed examination. Choked to death? How is that even possible? It's true that normal people are less likely to choke to death, unless the person has esophageal cancer, Parkinson, or something like that. He does have the cancer. Yes, he already has the cancer, we know. Medical record, there you go. He did have esophagus cancer, sorry. Did he really choke to death? It's too coincidental. Can we figure out who the dead is first? Liam Zhong. Uncle Zhong. The owner of the villa. ID. There you go, business card. This one? Lots of information about who he is. His name is Liam Zhong. He used to be a care worker in a medical institution. After he was diagnosed with a mental disease, he changed his career and became the head of a detective agency. But his business scope is to solve family disputes, stalkers? I don't know. Why would he be here? He's been hiding here. He must have something to do with the villa, of course. Okay. Something is a must for the keeper. Oh, the keys. He has the keys to all the rooms, man. The villa's spare keys are in his pocket. Liam Zhong, Uncle Zhong. He's the Uncle Zhong Amy talked about, the housekeeper of the villa. We should call him the owner of the villa. The body is a thin young man. It's hard to relate him to Uncle Zhong that Amy talked about. But it's highly possible that Amy never saw him in person. Yeah, I thought Uncle Zhong was like an old man. The evidence before us proves that he has something to do with the 3 murders. He seems to be the 11th person. Yes. I agree. Man, we need to wrap this episode up again. The first time we found there's the 11th person was at Jackie's scene. The roll of twine? The second time when we found Amy's body. The sugar candy. And then John too. To do that, there's one thing that must be used. What happened to John? He choked. Food. No. Oh, the keys. No? John just choked to death. Why the crazy... Is he the 11th person? I don't know him at all. What's the fucking point of him doing all this? You don't know him, but it doesn't mean he doesn't know you. What? We're fine. I remember there's something that can prove Uncle Zhong's occupation. Occupation? His business card. That's his business card, right? Yeah. Business card. For this occupation, it's very important to maintain secrecy. We have to decode it, so we... More information? This? Whatever the hell that all is? Detectives who do follow-ups and investigations must maintain a highest level of confidentiality for their clients, so they'll use their own unique ways to record things, like abbreviations and symbols. Most of the content on the 4-page file has been blackened, but there are still some letters showing. Z, X, Y, and A. J, H, N, L, C. People involved in the case in file number 1 are... Oh crap, what were the names again? John, Claire, and Amy? Should be John, Claire, and Amy. As for the client, it should be John's wife who wanted to investigate John's affair. People involved in the case in file number 2 are... Is it this one? Should be George, Emily, and Jackie. The client is Jackie, who tried to win back this old client through the investigation into Mr. He. People involved in the case in file number 3 are... Leo. L matches Leo. As for the client N... I know, it's Nan. I owe him some money. No wonder he could find me so quickly. He hired someone to look into me. Leo's face darkens. As for the file number 4, only Isaac fits it. You're the client. What did you want him to do? To look for a person. I found the person, so I dropped the request. Even though there's such a relationship, what do we have to do with him? Maybe we have nothing to do with him. Alright, come on then. His motives come from one thing we've just found. Agatha Christie book. Only someone who is disabled in some ways would be affected by novels so easily. Oh, there's mental problem. He's the owner of this villa who has suffered from both mental and physical diseases. He's also a huge fan of And Then There Were None. So he thought of this villa and started his plan. He gathered those who he was investigating here, and he hid in this little space and implemented his plan. It's too easy to figure all this out. The answers are right in front of me. But then, an accident happened today. Looks like I'm not the only one confused. This accident suddenly answers everything. It's true. Can't we just be happy about that? Alright, we're gonna wrap it up. I know. On the edge of our seat, aren't we? On the edge of your seat? I'm sure you are. I know I am. But, I'm sure there's more to find out yet. Like how we're connected to that man, seeing we were in a photo with him. If it is even us, or maybe it's us who's lost our memory, or another us, a twin, a clone, I don't fucking know. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next one.